Ford Financial, just an update here on NRZ, New Residential Investment. This is another REIT that I have, one of my favorites. Again, this is New Residential Investment. You can see you can buy it here on Robinhood. If you're looking for a different platform outside of Robinhood, you can check the links in the description. Get yourself some free stock, whether that be Webull, Moomoo, Firstrade. I have quite a few different platforms I trade on. But back to New Residential. This is a REIT. Ticker is NRZ. As you can see, I have 30 shares here at $10.47. So a little bit in the red, but it's had a great run up here in the last 3 months. Should actually bought some more, but didn't. Got into some penny stocks and quite a few other things, and just kind of put this one on the back burner and just let it sit here and collect dividends. But you can kind of see what it's done here over the last week. 1093 kind of went down to 1037, back up. So there's a little bit of volatility with this one, and just like everything else today, it's started up and went down. But you can see here my dividends here on April 30th be getting looks like $6.20 per share, and this is quarterly, so pretty nice. So you can see the price, so pretty good return on this one. This is tells you a little bit more about NRZ. Feel free to pause and go over that information there for yourself. Been around since 2011, $4.5 billion market cap, and a dividend yield of 4.77. As you can see here, it's got great ratings, 100%, and earnings coming up pre-market on May 5th. Here's a little bit of my history. Like I showed you there, 20 cents. In January it was 20 cents as well. Here's where I bought 10 shares at $9.68 back in November. $9.61. These didn't fill. I was probably lowballing them. Back in October, looks like they were paying 15 cents. July they were paying 10 cents, so they've went up to 10, 15, and now 20 cents per share. And here's where I bought some more back in April after pandemic. You could have loaded the boat for $4.82, and since then it's doubled. So, and you can see here just in this week it almost went up $1. So not too bad on this one. Like I said, this one you don't see usually a whole lot of movement in REITs, but this one does have some appreciation, so that always does help. And like I said, if you're in this one or getting into it, put the earnings there on your calendar for March or May 4th. And just some recent information. This one's a couple days old, but still relevant. New Residential announces pricing of public offering of common stock. And here you can see the underwritten public offering of 45 million shares of its common stock at a price offering of $10.10 per share. The offering expected to close on April 19th, which is actually today, subject to customary closing conditions. In connections with the offering, the company has granted the underwriters an option of a period of 30 days to purchase up to an additional 6,750,000 shares of common stock. And feel free to pause and go over the rest here for yourself. I'm not going to read it all word for word. Kind of goes over some of the offering. But I just kind of touched the highlights of it. This kind of goes over a little bit more about New Residential, leading provider of capital and services. I'm not going to read it all, so feel free to pause and go over the rest there for yourself. And services to mortgage and financial services. The company's mission is to generate attractive risk-adjusted returns in all interest rate environments. And like I said, this one's been a pretty good REIT. Probably should have loaded up back in April, but was probably being conservative back then, not knowing what the markets were going to do and everything. So just stuck in the big toe, if you will. So since inception in 2013, New Residential has proven track record of performance. And I've already kind of showed you what it's been performing here, growing and protecting the value of its assets while generating attractive risk-adjusted returns, delivering over $3.6 billion in dividends to shareholders. And it's always nice to get dividends, so it's basically free money. New residential investment to acquire Caliber Home loans for $1.675 billion in cash, and this is just 5 days ago. Wednesday has entered into an agreement with units of Lone Star Funds to acquire Caliber at $1.67 billion in cash. The deal will combine New Residential's wholly owned mortgage originator and service New Res, and Caliber's platform is expected to close in the third quarter. With this acquisition, we will have significantly strengthened our capabilities to perform across interest rate environments. And so just a new piece of the pie adding to the portfolio here, and hopefully it will increase the share price as well as dividends, and the deal is expected to boost 2022 return on equity and to be accretive to earnings in its full year calendar year after closing. Caliber had a pre-tax income of $891 million in 2020, and a return on equity came to 53%. Shares rose 0.3% in the pre-market and up 10% in the year to date, while S&P had gained 10%. So you're getting a 10% return on share price plus the dividend on this one, so not too bad. This is just kind of a different version on NASDAQ, kind of going over the same information we just went over on the public offering. So I'll slowly scroll through for those of you that want to read it a little bit bigger print. Kind of goes over again about New Residential, so feel free to pause and go over that information. And this kind of goes over again the Caliber Home, so feel free to pause and go over this information there. I have some more of this one in the retirement. I kind of diversify into a couple different REITs. Just kind of nice to get cash flowing into it, and eventually it builds up. If you don't have it on drip, some of them I have on drip and some I don't. Just kind of my style, and sometimes it's nice just to have some cash sitting there and to buy some other stocks. So that's kind of what I do, but sometimes I'll have it on drip, and sometimes I'll just shut off drip, just kind of depending on what I'm wanting to accomplish. So not much there on Reddit. We'll go over here to StockTwits, and quite a few in the group. People like dividends, so that's always the question. How much lower is it going to go? Added another 2,500 shares at 10:30, 42 minutes ago. I gotta check the price again. I forgot what it was. So 10:30. So that's probably. See if we can find the low for the day. Low today, 10:34. And it's at 10:30, so that must not be updated. So if you have this one and bought here on the dip, or if you have this one, period, I guess, put your cost basis in. That would be interesting to know. Unusual options, activity alerted on $11 put expiring 6/18/21. So you could even do an option on this one. This would be a little bit safer option where they don't move all that much, but did we get new July options today? 50-cent divs. Looking good. 2022 or 23 calls for NRZ. 50-cent dividends. Like I said, if you have this one or any other favorite dividends, go ahead and put that in the comments. That'd be interesting to see. And along with your cost basis. And I would assume everybody's long on a lot of these dividend plays, but never know what people's interest in them are. And as you can see, this one's got a strong buy here on tip ranks as well. Out of 11, 10 is a buy, 1 is a hold, 12 with a 16.5% upside. Pretty good for a dividend stock, low or almost at the lows, average, and the high of 13.50. So not too bad on this one. Get a little bit of stock appreciation plus your dividend, as you can see, which I pointed out. And currently at a 4.77. Not too bad of a return on a $10 stock. So that's it for NRZ. If you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing. That would really help out the channel and promote the videos out to other people to watch. And hit that bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money, following Forward Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.